Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I appreciate all my subscribers, all 2 of you. Anyways, in this video, I thought I'd show you the car that started my whole crazy collection here. These are teasers for another video. Anyways, we'll start right over here. I have a Plano case, which are very handy. You get them at Walmart. You have to order them online now. They come in a box of 6 and they're about $10 each, so it's actually a pretty good deal. Anyways, this is my Matchbox Corvette collection because my first car that started this whole thing was this one. I was walking past a store that sold used furniture, antiques I guess they would call them, and this was in the window amongst lamps and vases and whatever, the only car. I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. You know, in 1988, I only had a handful of model cars. You know, there was a Chevy Nova on the end. There's a '69 Falcon on the other end. The Ranchero there. And I had a few other model kits. And I saw this one in the window and I thought, wow, that's kind of odd. Why would they have just this one little car? And it had a little tag that said, I think it was $4 they were asking for it. This was 1988. So I went inside and I picked it up and looked at it. And okay, well, you could see it's a 1982 edition right there, Matchbox. 62 Corvette, Lesney, England. I thought, okay, that's odd looking color, but overall it seems in pretty decent shape. You know, a few nicks and scratches, whatnot. But so anyways, I went in and asked her about it, and I think I paid $2 for it. At that time, I wasn't really paying attention to diecast at all. It wasn't even part of my world yet. Then I realized, Hot Wheels is still making cars. And Matchbox made in England, so, I had no idea that they were sold in '83 and they went overseas, and whoever made them at the time, you can look it up, you can Google it, whoever bought Matchbox. But now they were made overseas and owned by some company that, you know, just thought that they could make some money off it, I guess. And anyway, so I went into the stores to see what else was available. Because I hadn't been in a toy store for years. Actually, almost never. Because in, you know, in the 60s, my dad would take me to a store and I'd get Hot Wheels and Matchbox or Tyco Toys. So I thought, let's check out some toy stores. And there wasn't a whole lot, but, you know, I found some Hot Wheels, and so that was cool. And then I was checking out Matchbox. And Matchbox, there wasn't much available, but what was available was the '62 Corvette. But as you can see by now, it still has a metal chassis, but it's made in Macau. It still has the 82 casting. It's a '62 Corvette. There's the model, or that's the scale. So they knew that they weren't making 1/64 scale, so they actually put the scale on the bottoms of Matchbox, which was really cool. So I found this one. So I kept looking around, and well, Tyco Toys owned the Matchbox at one point. In China, Matchbox International. So I think it was Matchbox International. It was an Asian company that bought it, and then Tyco Toys bought the company and continued having them make it. So Matchbox International Limited was a subsidiary of Tyco Toys. So I don't have any, well, wait a minute. I don't have any older packages of when Tyco Toys owned them in Corvettes. Because, you see, I got that one. I'll show you that one later. Well, anyways, I've got a package of what Tyco Toys look like. So this is from '94. Now this isn't a Corvette, but this is what the package looked like. This is awfully dirty. I got to clean that up, but that's what the package looks like in '94. And then in '96, they kind of tweaked the colors a bit because the orange was kind of obscuring the car better and making it look odd. Anyway, so they cleaned it up, and so Tyco Toys had them. Well, in 1993, they came up with the World Class collection. Now this was a collection of cars that they chromed the windows on all the cars. So the convertible, at least you could still see the interior. And here's all the cars that they had at the time. And I've got some of these, and I'll show those in another video, but this is what they were doing. So 31, 32, well, so obviously I missed a lot of the previous cars, but anyway, so that's Tyco Toys. I see Tyco Toys US, a subsidiary of Tyco Toys. Anyway, so Matchbox Toys. So Matchbox International, Matchbox Toys. And then this package, the two trucks are from the Tyco Toys era. And this is from '95. And here's all the vehicles, series 1, 2, 3, that you could get from it. So they had their version of Rail Riders, '95, so Matchbox came out with their Rail Riders in '95 as well. So I guess they were trying to compete, so this is what they came up with. So here we have this '62 Corvette. So it's a nice part of my '62 Corvette collection. So with this one I showed you that the chrome window, so that's where this one comes from. The same set, chrome windows, and okay, I guess that was cool at the time. Tinted windows are more popular now, so that was part of the series. And so, of course, this is a newer version. You know, this was made in China. This was Matchbox. This was Mattel. So you see it's 98. So that's not too long after Mattel acquired them. So I have this other one. So the Corvette here. The second gen Corvette. This is really cool. I love this, the Grand Sport. And so you see I have some earlier versions of the Grand Sport here. Matchbox International, made in Thailand. 158 scale, 156. So there were other versions of it, which I bought. Same thing, beautiful. Love the Corvette Grand Sport, sorry. Yeah, so that was nice. And then this one was also part of the World Class series. Chrome windows, okay, kind of cool, I guess, but you don't get to see the interiors. But the deco was nice. Racing 63. You know, so you got the World Class stamp on the bottom. I'll put that one back up. And so we go back to made in England cars. So this is copyright 79, number 62. This one I was lucky enough to find in really nice shape. What I like about this is they do have the suspension working. The next one I found used from a used store, like you have Value Village here. This one, the chassis is a little rougher shape, more tarnished, made in England. Temples are scratched, but other than some minor chipping, it's in actually pretty nice shape. Suspension again. And so the next one I found was new in stores, was this one. But by now, it's made in Macau. Copyright 79. Still has a metal chassis, which is nice. Still has spring suspension. But as you can see, they made a T-roof now. And it improved the car quite a bit, so that was very nice. Another version I found was this one, but by now it's got a plastic chassis. One way to test to see if it's plastic or metal, just touch your bottom lip on it. If it's warm, it's plastic. If it's cold, it's metal. So this was the next version. Now I never kept any of the packages because at that time I had some shelves that I could just display all my Matchbox or Hot Wheels. So I took everything out, threw away the package. So that's the next one. Kind of nice. And then going back to this World Class line, then there were more issued. And here we have the World Class Camaro. Oh, wow, sorry, Corvette. I've got lots of Camaros. I have Camaro in my brain. But Corvettes, I love Corvettes, and they still retained the suspension. So there we go. Nice collection of metal ones. And then plastic chassis, but you know, they were still nicely done. Had more detail painted in. Rubber tires, tread. Their version of Real Riders. And then there's another color, blue. And I like taking them out of the package because you can enjoy them in the package, hang them on the wall and look at them, but once you take them out, then now you can roll them around, and even with rubber tires, it still rolls pretty good. So the next gen, well, these were the basic ones. These were, you know, in original packaging, made in Macau, Matchbox Toys, Limited. 83, so this was new for 83, the 94 Corvette. Like Mattel, they have to get the licensing rights to produce the cars, so it would have been in 83. Of course, I believe the car was delayed a year, so it came out in 94. And this is what Matchbox International did. And these are the generic wheels that they used for most of the Matchbox line. Overall, this is pretty nice. You know, like the interior piece is what makes up the black trim all along the side and the back. And it's sandwiched between another metal piece, and this section here of the chassis is plastic. And like I said, the wheels are generic. They used them on all the cars at that time. They still had suspensions in them, so that was nice. And then there was a line of cars that I haven't searched, I could find out, but they put on these BBS style wheels. And it made it look a lot better than the generic wheels, but, you know, of course, plastic windshields, they don't always stay where they're supposed to be when they're manufactured. Some are too high, some are too low, some are just right. Like that one's pretty good. This one, leaned back quite a bit, but, you know. This one I found used too, at Value Village, I believe. Kind of cool. Still have suspensions in them. And then there's more versions of it. So they just kept putting out different colors, you know, just like Hot Wheels. Why not just put out more versions of the car? And of course you have the world-class vehicles again, which are very nice as well. Still have suspensions in them. There's another blue version. So these ones here, all these ones here I bought new in the package and took out. Then we get the 4th gen Corvette. So we have the 1st gen, the 2nd gen, the 3rd gen Corvette, the 4th generation Corvette, and then we have the 5th generation Corvette. So as you can see, it's still Matchbox International, copyright 93. Well, advance forward to the Mattel era, when Mattel bought, well, sorry, this is 97. Okay, so this would be the last time Tyco Toys, Matchbox International, copyright 96. So this would be the last Corvettes that Tyco Toys made when they owned Matchbox International. And then we have the Mattel era. Well, this is 2000. I have the 50th anniversary Corvette. Well, 50th anniversary of Matchbox. It's Corvette. This is 2001. So it was a few years after Matchbox was acquired by Hot Wheels, Mattel. So there's one loose out of the package, and there's one in the package. I always like to buy 2 of everything. Take one out and leave one in the package. So anyways, that's my Corvette collection. And I'm very happy to have these. And thanks to that guy right there, I got everything else that I have. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.